Hey everyone, it's Deadpool Negative. Sorry I've been taking so long to get videos made. Health issues and this thing. Hopefully this month we'll have something that fixes it, or at least get some progress made on it, I should say. But I'm back in here with a review of Transformers 32 and a few words about the free comic book day Energon Universe special. But the majority of me time will be talking about Transformers 32. Now, I bought this cover because Blue Streak and Warpath are on it. Warpath is one of my favorite Autobots. But is he in the comic? I can't really tell. No, not really. Um, but surprisingly, in this issue, we jumped from what was going on with Megatron to back in Cybertron, specifically when Elita One and her team arrive. And immediately they get attacked by what's left of Shockwave, I should say, and his forces. And then what's left of Bumblebee gets completely blown up, which made me laugh and laugh and laugh. Oh, and Bulkhead's here. This is another solid Kirkman issue. I would have to say, like, Jason Howard actually does the guest art on this one. Um, he suits it very well because the issue is supposed to be extremely chaotic, and that's something he can really depict. Just crazy out there. There goes Bumblebee. Um, it just Ultra Magnus manning up and kicking some ass. But also he's trying to match the style that Jorge Corona had on the book. We also get a little more advanced on, well, why did the Matrix, choose Elita? Or what can the Elita do with the Matrix? And of course, she tries to use it, gets really angry, because women get angry. It starts hitting it, and then something happens that I thought it was pretty clever and interesting. I'm not 100% sure it works, but it's the first time Kirkman is actually, it sounds like something Kirkman's had in the back of his head for maybe 40 years. Um, but again, there has never been much written about the Matrix or shown about the Matrix that says what Ilita does with it can't happen. And with Howard's art, it turns like, I don't want to say what it is because it's just such a bizarre. But again, it goes to this, is this happening because Ilita is a noble leader worthy of it? No, it's happening because she's mad. Girls get mad. They get mad all the time, especially except when they have babies. Then they just glower from you while holding the baby, which happens a lot in Kirkman comics. Um, but again, like, if there's a possibility Dan Moore would be leaving this title, and that would suck, I would definitely say Jason Howard, with this issue, has earned his spot as a regular artist, if that's what he wants to do. Not much else to well, aside from the big spoiler, there's not much else I want to talk about in this issue. But it's another, Kirkman really understands this universe, these characters, and I'm still hooked. And now I'd like to talk a bit about the Energon Universe special. Mainly, I'd like to talk about the fact that now, to my utter surprise, they brought in Mask, Mobile Armored Strike Command, with Miles Mayhem as a weird creep, gone rogue with the military, stealing the mask techs for himself. But no worries, Matt Tracker. It seems similar to what they did in IDW. Matt Tracker is again a black man. Um, I really wish they didn't do race swapping, but they did it. So, I think what helps with this is like the way Dan Rodgers writes Matt Tracker is different from the way Brandon Easton did. Easton's idea was to make him too young and too full of self doubt. No, this guy, he is on the back foot. He's not as smart or clever as Miles Mayhem, but I think he's a lot more resilient than Miles Mayhem. What is important about this issue is debut of Vanessa Warfield, everyone's favorite character from the show. That wasn't Miles Mayhem. And another character, and then while I think Dan Waters does a very good job, like these layouts with artist Parr, setting up, this is going to be a cool series. Like, what makes it different from G.I. Joe? What is going to set this apart from G.I. Joe, other than they have cars that can pop guns out and shoot at each other? I mean, and that's a kind of a disappointment. Like, there's nothing really I can see that's different. What makes Miles Mayhem different from Cobra Commander? What makes Matt Tracker different from Duke? What makes Vanessa Warfield different from the Baroness? If this was taking place in its own world, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but now I do. Which leads me to, I can't even spoil, it's only 4 pages. Jason Howard and Robert Kirkman do the Transformer, and I thought the image in issue 32 is wild. What happens in this 4-page story is even more insane. And I wish I could explain what it was, but you have to see it. There's also some stuff with Void Rivals and G.I. Joe, and again, Void Rivals kind of sort of land on what looks like Junkie. Yeah, they're on Junkion. I have been reading Void Rivals, so I don't really know what's going on in that book. And the G.I. Joe is more of has a Zartan solo story with Williamson that ties into the Transformers mythology, which surprised me. Basically, Energon helps power Zartan's ability to disguise himself. And you can pretty much guess he's disguised himself as someone important. But I'll leave that for you to discover. So, I mean, if you get a free copy or this copy, like, I will be checking out the MASK series when it debuts in a few months, but I still have questions about how this is going to work as a series about what's going to differentiate from G.I. Joe. But we'll have to see. And again, issue 32, another solid issue. Lots of fun. I recommend the wild idea that Kirkman drops in here about the Matrix. And I will talk to you guys next time.